What is up, guys? My name is Nash and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be building a $10,000 portfolio. Well, not in this video, but we're going to get there. This is kind of like the beginning of that. And I've always wanted to do this in Robinhood because I think it's really satisfying to see your account go from zero to $10,000. And I just never had the time to do this because I was focused on other things. And if you wanted to do something like this, you always got to keep in mind that you have to pay yourself first. So that's like building an emergency fund, just in case anything happens. You always want to make sure that you pay yourself first before you start giving your money to these companies. The worst thing that can happen is, something happens that you need to pay for and you have to sell your stocks, because you didn't pay yourself first by saving money. And this is not going to happen overnight. It might take 3 months, 10 months, a year, but we're gonna get to $10,000 and I want to take you guys with me on this journey. And it's gonna be exciting. Before we get into the portfolio, I just want to give a little disclaimer here. So this is not gonna be a diversified portfolio. So as soon as you start talking about investing in multiple companies, people are gonna talk about are you diversified? That's what they're gonna ask you. And I just want to put it out there, this is not a diversified portfolio. I'm not looking to invest into every industry, or I'm not looking to really diversify this so this is more like a fun portfolio where I get to pick the individual companies I like. So I do have other investment accounts where I only buy index funds, and those are really you can't really do much with index funds. You just purchase it and that's it. You let it sit and you add money to it. That's all you got to do. Now, when you get to pick these individual stocks, you get to analyze them, you get to, pick anything you want, really. So that's what I want to do with Robinhood. I'm not looking to really diversify this. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up Robinhood and we're going to look over my portfolio and I'm going to show you the stocks that I'm going to be buying. And this is not going to be a detailed analysis. I'm just going to go through what I have and what I plan on buying. And yeah, so let's go ahead and log into Robinhood. Alright, so this is what the portfolio is looking like today. So we're down 0.24, which is really nothing. And on the week, we're up 8%, almost 9%, which is amazing. And on the month, we're up 13%, which is really amazing. And if you want to look at 3 months, we're up 19%. And on the year, we're up 15%. The total portfolio is sitting at $2,000 right now. So we kind of like made a little progress when it comes to that. Really, we're at $2,000. So we need $8,000 more to get to $10,000. So how long is that going to take? I really can't say. But we're going to go over some of the stocks that I have on here. The first one is Pfizer. And I have 10.6 shares in Pfizer. And with the market value of $407. Pfizer has been doing pretty good. You can see here on let's go to the 1 month chart. You can see that it is up by 2%, and 3 months it is up by 2% as well, and over the year it is up by 10%, which is pretty great. And they also pay dividends, so I'm going to be getting paid a dividend here on September 1st. If you've watched some of my videos, you know that I really focus on dividend paying stocks. And what I want to do with this portfolio is I want to go ahead and mix both growth stocks and dividend stocks. And yeah, just so we can grow the portfolio a lot faster. As you know, dividend stocks, they don't really grow that much. I would be looking at some pretty big returns if I had Tesla in my portfolio, but the next one here is going to be Leggett & Platt. This is one of my top favorite companies. So I have about 9 shares in the company with a market value of $367. If you look over the month here, it's up 13% in a month. And you can look, let's go to the year, it's up 8%, which is pretty good. And the next one is going to be AT&T. All right, so with AT&T, I have about 7.4 shares sitting at a market value of $224. And AT&T hasn't really been doing that great, but they do pay, a nice dividend. So if you look on the month here, they're up 1%. But if you go to like a year, you're going to see that they're down about 14%. They do pay a nice dividend, like I said. So if you look, they have about a 6% dividend yield. Robinhood always has these numbers a little off. So I'm going to say it's around 6%, but I do know that it's pretty high. So if we go to dividends here, you can see that I've been paid about 3 times from AT&T, which were $2.04, $2.08. And another $2.08, and now I'm pending another $2.12. Going on to the next one, which is Coca-Cola. So I'm sitting at 6.8 shares with a market value of $328. Now Coca-Cola is a pretty stable company when it comes to dividends. They've been paying dividends for a while. If I'm not mistaken, I think they are a dividend aristocrat, and I think Coca-Cola was really impacted with the coronavirus. If you look on the month, it is down about 0.56, which isn't really bad, but if you go over to a year, it is down 11%. but they do pay a nice dividend. And that's why I'm invested in them. And like I said before, my portfolio was a heavy dividend paying stock portfolio. So you're going to see a lot of these dividend paying stocks until I start getting into new ones, which are going to be growth stocks. And let's look for some interesting ones here. So I'm not going to go into all of these in detail. So I also have Bank of America. These are kind of like smaller holdings. So what I'm going to be doing with the portfolio is I'm going to be selling two of these companies. I'm going to be selling Centerpoint Energy. As you can see, it's a small holding. I have about one share with a market value of $21, which is really nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and sell this. Even though this company pays, a large dividend yield of about 5%, I don't think it's really worth it because it's not, a big company. So the next time I do a video, this one is going to be gone. I'm going to be selling this. And then the next one I'm going to sell is going to be Iron Mountain. And this, I only have one share and with a market value of $31, which is nothing really. So this one is going to be sold as well. And I also have Johnson & Johnson. I'm not going to be selling that. That is a great company. And as you could tell, all the companies that I have in my portfolio are dividend paying companies. And I'm going to be adding about 5 to 10 more companies that are growth companies. And this is going to help the portfolio really grow, because if you have dividend stocks, then they don't really grow by that much. But if you have growth companies like like Amazon, Facebook, Tesla, you're gonna be able to see bigger gains in the portfolio because those companies are really growing fast. All right, so on the watch list here, the first one I have is Chegg. So if you're in college or if you went to college, you probably know what Chegg is. That's what people use to help themselves with homework, with exams. Anything really, you can find it on Chegg. You can rent out books. So a lot of students really use the services that Chegg provides. So let's go ahead and look at the month here. You can see that it is up by 1%. If you look on the year, it is up by 86%. So I think they still have room to grow. If you look on the 5-year chart, you're going to see that they're up by 930%. And I'm going to go ahead and switch over to Yahoo Finance. So this is my favorite platform. So what you do basically here, I'm going to show you something. So if you go to Chegg, so looking up the company, so this is going to be the first one on here. And you can actually look at, if you switch over to analysis, it's going to be on financials, but you can look at what the analysts are saying. So if you go all the way to the bottom, all right, so you have a section here for recommendation rating. You can see that it is super close to a strong buy. And yeah, so a lot of analysts are suggesting that this is a buy. And if you also look at the analyst target price, there's 12 and the average is $94.50. And the current price is around what, $75? So there's still room to grow, and most of the time the analysts are close to accurate. So the next time I do a portfolio update, this will probably be in the portfolio. And the next one is going to be Yeti. So this is another one that a lot of people don't really talk about, but Yeti has been making some pretty big moves. If you look here, let's look on the year, you can see that it is up by 89%. And on the 5-year chart, it is up by 208%. And if you look in Robinhood on the analyst ratings, you can see that it is a strong buy, with 73% of analysts suggesting that it is a buy. And we can also look at this on Yahoo Finance as well. So let's go ahead and look it up here. So Yeti, and we're gonna go all the way down here, and you're gonna see that. And when it comes to the recommendation rating, this is super close to a strong buy. And when it comes to the analyst price target, there's 14 different price targets set by analysts, and the average is $56.36. And the current price is $51. So those are going to be the two stocks that I'm going to be adding to the portfolio. And these are not dividend paying stocks, as I'm trying to pivot from an only dividend portfolio to a more, mix between dividends and growth stocks. And I think if I get into these stocks pretty early, I'm going to be able to capture, the growth between now and whenever they actually start seeing a lot of growth. But that is pretty much it for this video. I'll see you guys on the next portfolio update. If you want to stay updated, make sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button below, and you're going to be able to see all the updates. This is part 1. There's going to be part 2 next week or the week after next week. I don't know, you see. But make sure to subscribe so you can stay updated. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.